Mechanicsburg. My company is Black Series Edition LLC. I'm painting some poster boards so I can expand the screen size we're doing downstairs on the other floor. So that's what I'm doing right now. We're doing some poster boards right now. These are some large white poster boards that they have in one of the other rooms. And they said that I can use them. Seriously, we got a commercial on that quick. I just let it run. Check out some copyright music playing in the background because it is super quiet up here on this floor. And we're using our Black Series dedicated CINEMAX. I'll smooth it out later on. This is going to be one of them done. Using my old roller. So Wi-Fi, I don't know how well Wi-Fi is working up here to tell you the truth, honestly, because they haven't got the internet on this floor yet. Second floor, where I'm at right now, internet's working down there with no problem. But I need another board for the screen up there, so I can size up how far I got to be back. The 150-inch surface won't be in until like probably like Saturday. So I got to wait for that to get here. And I already got the projection, everything set up for downstairs. So we're just doing a plastic white poster board. Goes right there. They said I can use a couple of them. Why not? This is the other site that I work at. Over here, I do volunteer work. So basically, in the contract they got, they're designing for me, they're going to get me a government grant. It's going to be a big one too. And that allowed my company to move in different directions. But all in all, you know, I do most of the work up here for free because, again, this helps people out in the day. We're doing a movie theater for the kids. So I'm putting in a much bigger surface right now until the 150-inch gets in. I already donated 2 projectors. I donated my Sony VPL FA30 and I donated my FA36 projector and my popcorn machine. Yeah, I wonder how far I can walk around here. Because right now, really technically, Wi-Fi is supposed to be a bit iffy down here. We couldn't get the fire sticks on for Jack, but my cell phone's working perfectly fine. Hopefully it is. So that's painted. One coat application. Whee! We're done. That's it. I wonder if I have enough room to basically just slide this over and do the other one over there. But then again, I want to keep one white because I want to show you the difference between why a white screen won't work over our technology. We're using the Black Series Edition, and this is our dedicated Black CINEMAX. Oh, I have to put something up real quick. So the invisible version, this is the invisible version of this technology right here. It's a CINEMAX front and rear. That will no longer be available for companies, only companies who have contracts to us, only be able to obtain that. Other than that, everything else is available. The gamer paint won't be available until after July because, again, I'm putting a patent on it. That's why. It has something special in it that's different from this stuff. It has some of that Element 77 legend in it. So it needs a patent attached to it. So for the individual that's saying, where's your patent information? I'll post it for you, just like I post my copyrights. Okay, well, that's finished and done. We ain't got to toy around with that anymore. Let me see. I'm gonna mess up my sneakers. I was not planning to do painting today. Pretty soon I'm about to go get lunch. We'll wait to eat, go get a pizza or something. I'm buying pizza for everybody here. This is what I said. This is more like, usually when you do like, when you get to paint someone's screen in, you don't get free roam in the building. I can go anywhere I want in this building. Got free roam to go walk around and check out things. I know all the staff in here. Pretty soon they want to get me a walkie-talkie so I can communicate with everybody. And I can come here anytime I want to, and I can show off my products to other people. So if I need somebody to come down, they can go to anywhere and check it out. Just like at the Smoke Lounge, anytime. They said it. Anytime you want to bring somebody through to show off the screens on display, knock yourself out. I was in there, the day I was in there and I did the screen on the wall, I didn't want to play too much because they had copyrighted music playing in the background. But there were a few people that were walking in and out for interviews and stuff like that. And everyone that stared at that screen, the first thing they said, because they're not used to seeing projectors, they thought they were TVs. Because they're black, you know, and they turn them off, they're just black. Guess what? Touch the side of the screen. All right, so that's done there. I want to get another one for this one over here. So that's the beautiful thing about the deal that I have with the people I'm working with. It's more than just about money. It's also about, we're like family down here. So if I need anything or want anything, it's taken care of. Woo, tripping over stuff. So that's the beautiful thing about it. All family. And you know what? One of the beautiful things I saw yesterday is Saturday. That's Saturday. The last time I was down on the other site, we had a troll. We know who he is. And by the way, we know who he is already. Come in and first we have some background music played over here. What's all this going on? But anyway, we had a troll come in and tried to take something from me. He sent in a 3-page email to these people that are setting me up with this big contract. And conversation I had when I came in, the guy was like, well, first he let me know. FYI, he was showing me the email that came through. And he paid it no mind. So for the person who sent the email, it was paid no mind at all. The first thing he said was, this person don't got a life. That's what he says. Who got the time to send a 3-page email? What are you doing at the end of your day? So that ain't gonna happen. And as I'm leaving out to go take me back home, he let me know ain't nothing gonna break the bond that we have. Nobody's gonna break that bond. This is family at the end of the day. To the naysayers, the haters out there, it's family. That's what it's about. It's more than money. It's more than fame. It's family. That's what it comes down to. And you're not gonna break the bond of family. And that's what he let me know from the door. As long as we both keep everything on the up and up and we keep it real 100%, nothing's going to break that bond. So, again, you can't stop God's blessing. If it's meant for me to rise to the top, I'm going to rise to the top. So, that's about it. That's my little message for the haters out there that are bitter and upset. It's sad when you think about it. Now here I am minding my own business, and I've been minding my business when I first started my company. I didn't know any of these guys to begin with. They weren't there when I first started. They weren't even heard of. We didn't know who they were. And then all of a sudden you see somebody excelling at something and you got to jump on the bandwagon and start hating on them. We didn't know Crow when we first started out. We didn't even know who the freak he was. He was never mentioned. Go back to my old demonstrations, none of them were mentioned because they didn't exist. And then all of a sudden you see this fellow along on his minding his own business, on his own path, and you got to jump on his path and carry on and basically say, well, he's this and he's that at the end of the day. Because you're jealous at the end of the day. That's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to. Nothing but jealousy. Because you can't do any better. And you can do better. I'm not saying you can't, because you can do better. But you choose not to. You choose to sit back and just hate on people because it's easier. That's why. And that's sad. Because these people will spend the rest of their lives just being bitter. And that's a shame. But for me, well, there are more blessings ahead. More opportunities that God has for me. Do you know I have an overseas contract coming up in England? Yep. Remember I sat there and said that I wanted to go to England. I love England. I love the people of England. And I would love to have my technology down there. We got a contract already getting set up for England. Heck, I like to travel to all the countries, to tell you the truth. I like them all. We'll get one in Switzerland too. I saw the glass I had to remove out for those right there. It had to be painted up. This won't be set up until the end of the month because that's when the IT guy comes back from vacation. Some people couldn't understand why he went on vacation for a month. I would have. I mean, you come from a foreign country, right? And you haven't seen your family members in like years. Of course, I could understand that 100%. He needed a month off. Of course. Enjoy, fella. Why not? See what we got left. Maybe we got to make more. I have to make more. I don't know if we got enough. Let's see what we got in this. Man, I remember when I made this right here. When I first came here from Philadelphia, like, things didn't take off when I first started off. They didn't take off right away. Things slowed down a lot. I mean, a lot. They slowed down. At one point I had, and the naysayers can take this any way they want, and I don't care. But at one point I had 68 cents in my banking account. Like, how in the world do I have all this advanced technology and I got 68 cents in my account? And things just started going down, but Lord was sustaining me. He was sustaining me. He was blessing me to make sure I have what I need, but I didn't have what I wanted. That's what it was. And I couldn't figure out why I'm going through all of this, because the Lord was getting me ready for something. Sometimes he got to take everything from you. He got to take it all from you in order for you to see him. And then once you see him and you understand what it all means, then he can give it back to you. And more than what you had before. And that's what happened. I lost just about everything. Like, bills had to be paid and the money wasn't coming in fast enough. I was going through this and going through that, but I still came. I gave my faith. I still praised his name and gave my faith.
Yep, you can get credit towards a new iPhone or an Apple gift card. TSR real life.
Will come in there. The devil will come in there and taunt you and say, God don't care about you no more. God has forsaken you. God has turned his back on you. That's what the devil will do. And then the naysayers will come in because they work with the devil, and they do. Y'all work with those people, they work with the devil. And y'all taunt me and send me nasty messages and all that stuff, expecting for me to fall. And I'm not going to fall. I'm going to keep on going through them and keep on having faith in my Lord. My Lord can take everything from me, and I can end up on the street, and I'm still going to praise his name. And y'all can sit over top me and taunt me and say, oh, God must hate him because he doesn't have this and he doesn't have that, so God has forsaken him. No, God hasn't forsaken me. God's just put me through a test. That's what he's put me through. It's called trial and tribulations. It's what you got to go through. All Christians got to go through that. It's called Christian boot camp. That's what you got to go through. And I was left with next to nothing. I was walking around in the heat with boots on. I ain't no sneakers, no new gear, nothing at all, period. Because I didn't have the money. Only had enough money to get by. That's it. And at times I thought about leaving the company and never coming back to it. At points I thought maybe it was more of a curse than a business. But I had to keep having faith in God that he was going to bless my hand and he was going to be there for me. And now look at me. Got $1 million contract. Got tied in with a good business, a good company. A couple of them. I got to get a chance to do my charity work and help other people out, which I wanted to do. And talk about the Lord at the same time. It's a Christian unit over here. And now I make enough money in my account that I maxed out the PayPal cap more than I need to. I've maxed out the cap. 9 orders. I made $5,000 in 9 orders. God's blessing my hand. I know some people say like $5,000. No, it's not a lot of money to some people, but it's a lot of money to me. At the end of the day, I'm happy if the Lord gives me $1. I'm happy if he gives me 2 cents. I'm happy. But the way my contracts are signed, when I looked at my contracts, started scratching my nose. My contracts, when I looked at those things, those contracts, I realized how much money is going to be pushed into those contracts. You're talking about a good maybe $60,000, $70,000 worth of orders a day, easily. So we're looking at millions and millions of dollars. They sat there and said, went to the table, and we sat there and ate. And I couldn't believe when they said them out, they said, we're going to make you a millionaire. Now, I've seen a couple of big high roller investors pop in. These guys came in. He knows them. He's good friends with them. And they walked over and they looked at the screen. He explained to them what it was. And they're interested. They're interested in that technology because they know they'll make money off of it. Now, the one thing I ask God more than anything in the world, it's more important than money, it's more important than anything in the world, is please try to keep me humble. Because I don't want to be an arrogant person. I don't want that money to change in my life. I don't want it. I want to stay with my eyes always on God. I don't want to make a mistake and mess up and live that kind of life where I deny him. I don't want to be that person. If that's the case and I go down that road, I pray he takes it all away from me, puts me on the street, humbles me again, so I can come back again and try to do better. When God chastises you, it's a beautiful thing. People think it's a horrible thing, it's a curse. No, that means God is paying attention to you. He's talking to you. He's trying to get your attention. Chastise your kids every day, don't you? When your kids do something wrong, you punish them for it, right? Because you care for them. And that's the same thing God does for you. Things ain't working out right because God got something better for you. He's working on something for you. Just be patient, sit down and wait. I know it's hard, but you have to sit down and be patient and wait. That's because he cares for you and he wants the best for you. When I sat down and went over to my sister's house, and I sat and slept on the floor in the laundry room, and the trolls came in, and I call that the devil, comes in and upset and carrying on, oh, you sleep on the floor, you this, that, and the other. Yeah, I slept on the floor. Sleep on the floor right now. And guess what? On a 4,000 square feet house I'm going to purchase, I'll be sleeping on the floor in there too. I like sleeping on the floor. It's my thing. I'm going to sleep on the floor. I'll sleep on the sofa. That's what I like. I got a friend of mine who has freaking 18 acres of land, right? 18 acres of land. Big freaking house. And his bed is in the middle of his living room next to his fireplace. He calls it the island. That's what he likes. That's the thing. Gotta do what makes you happy. All right. I got this one done and that one done. Let these dry. I'm going to make some more paint for these guys. And then we'll get the popcorn machine in here and get everything set up for the kiddies. So this is just a test right now. This is just a test surface for the time being until we get the 150-inch in. And then we'll do that. They offered to reimburse me my money. I told them to keep it because I don't want it. Because this gives me a chance to do what I wanted to do. And that was to take what I'm blessed to get and to go use it to help other people out. That's what I'm happy about. God is good, is he not? 68 cents in my banking account. And now I got way more than that than I need. Got more than I need in my account right now. And every day I take about 20 bucks out of my account, put it in my pocket. And when I see somebody on the street that needs it, I give it to them. Okie dokie. Let's hit the elevator. Oh, this is the walk. Wait, did I got both my cell phones on? God, I left the cell phone behind. Gotta go back. They got offices, and these are all offices. I'm gonna get an office. Offices are $6.50 a month. Actually, really good deal too. So I'm gonna get an office up here. Once they get the internet and everything set up, I saw an office I want already. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. I'm gonna talk about getting this one. I got my sister a nice hookup. So they got a restaurant downstairs. They don't even use it. And I know the owner, and I asked him if it's possible if my sister can start a business from there. And he said yes. So she got a restaurant she can work in, and she can make some money. I'm all for helping people out. This is the one I like. This is the one I want. So I want my office here. This is the one I like. I want to put a screen right there. And yeah, so I'm going to talk to her when she comes in. I'm going to say, this is what I'm picking out. This is what I want. This is going to be my office. I love this little thing. Isn't it beautiful? It's awesome. So that's what I want. All right. Let's take a trip to the elevator. Got all my stuff on me, right? We're going to the second floor. Man, I was in a conference meeting with them, and they were talking about how many people got stuck in the elevator. That's something I don't want to hear. I do know it's a safety hatch, but I pray every time I come in this bad boy. All right, we should be on the second floor now. All right, this is where we're going to be at. Oh, they're cooking something downstairs. Let's see what lights are we using over here. There we go. That's one set. What we got here? Oh, just turn them off. These are these right here. I'm still going to use this the panel I'm learning to use. So learning this. I don't know it offhand. All right. So this is where we're going to put the movie theater. This I'm redoing. I'm redoing all this. You know, I do that kind of stuff with hooking things up. So they do what they can when they got up here. We're going to do this for free. So we're going to redo this whole entire thing. I'm going to buy the stuff to make it look real sharp. Put nice red velvet around it. Going to make this look professional right here. So what we're going to do is we want the screen, because this area is used for other stuff too. It's also used for conventions. They have conventions up here where black business owners or anyone can come up here and you can set your stand up and get noticed. And they got people that will come in and sponsor you and all that cool stuff. So that's fantastic. So they do a lot of stuff in this building besides just, you know, certain things. So here we're going to put the 150-inch. When I first moved in, I didn't really want to paint the wall, and I had the screen where I just had it connected by screws. We're going to do the screws, paint them in so everything blends in. Put a 150-inch screen here and put the projector all the way back here. That's what I want with the Sony VPL FH36. I had to get boxes for orders. So I'm taking care of orders at the same time while we're doing this. And this is where I have some of my stuff I bring from home. I'm actually ordered them a Fire Stick too for the kids. So someone made a comment about, oh, you don't get paid for. No, I don't get paid for this job. I do this for free. Because why not? When I first saw the kids in here watching cartoons and stuff on the screen, it was just freaking awesome. Let me see. Why did we bring a battery pack in here? We have one of these down here with the USB on it. There we go. USB. So I'm on 2 floors. Upstairs, we're going to turn that into an African-American museum with the ultra short throw projectors. But like I said, can't work on that project yet until the tech guy gets back from DR. So I can't work on that yet. I wonder what they want to eat today, because I was going to order pizza for everybody today. Oh, I got so much plans for this place. So much plans. So they have, for Christmas time, they have gifts for the kids. This place called Dollar Days. It has all these amazing toys for wholesale. I'm buying thousands of dollars for that for the kids. I'm going to get them jackets and coats and hoodies, and this place where I can get Pampers and baby formula and all that stuff for people that are just, you know, people have it hard in life. They have it really hard in life. And, you know, I tell people, when you see people out there begging for food and stuff, man, $1 is not going to cost you much. You know what I mean? $1 is not going to cost you much. Help somebody out. Give somebody a chance to be to eat that day or have some food that day, you know? I do that every day. Because there are days I remember going hungry, not having any food in my stomach. So, you know, it doesn't take much to just care and give somebody something at the end of the day to help them out. So That's what we're doing with a lot of my money. So Lord knows I need a lot of money. I need a lot of money to help other people out. And people, when I sit there and say I got with $1 million contracts, ain't about having fancy cars and big, ain't about that. It's about having that money to help other people out. That's what it's for. All right, what do we got? Speakers, everything running. Got the soundboard running over down here. Oh, we're not even plugged in. Duh. Yeah, I actually plugged the serger into the serger. I told you right there. I gotta get something to eat. All right. There we go. And they have dance classes for the kids. They also have an area down here where they do teach kids cooking, culinary arts, music lessons, planting and growing plants and stuff like that. That's why I want to buy land, buying 7 acres of land. I was thinking about living on it, but when I kind of think about it, not really. That's not going to happen. I need to be around other people because if something happens to me, I need for people to get a hold of me if something happens. But 7 acres of land, I can turn that into a youth camp. You can have horses out there, all kinds of cool stuff for them to go camping. That'd be really nice for the kids and all that stuff like that. That'd be pretty cool. And then another thing I want to get into, basically, them tiny homes. Definitely want to get in tiny homes. I want to learn about water filtration systems and basically hydroelectric energy and stuff like that, because then you can basically have housing up there for people who have nowhere to live. Now, I know people, yes, they do. Some people have drug problems, but you have to give them away. So you make drug programs, get drug programs for them. So basically, they join the drug programs, which is a Christian group, so they can learn about the Lord. If it's up to them, if they want to or not, it's up to them. But, you know, the reason why I ended up down this road, because I basically I was a Christian, you know, I became a Christian. I learned that I learned a better way of life when I became a Christian. So the things I want to do is I get this land out here. I can put these homes out there, these tiny homes, and we could run them off energy free. I mean, you can run them off basically battery powered systems, EcoFlow. I've tested out their Kickstarter battery powered station system, was actually freaking amazing. And I gave you ideas on different ways on how we can just do things a lot more cleaner, more better for the environment, but also to help other people at the end of the day. And we can have a program where we can get people off the street and get them some kind of drug program where they can get cleaned up. And then basically, in order for them to keep the house, to keep the job, because you have definitely want to employ them and keep the job, they basically would have to pass these tests. They would have to stay clean. And this would be nice, because then you take a person who feels like they're worth nothing and you give them something that they're worth something. That's what I'm working for. See, the thing about it is, and people understand, when it comes down to screen paint, there's a bigger picture behind all of it. It's not just basically having a #1 screen. It's having the money to be able to do other things with it. All the Jamies and Partays and all you guys at the end of the day, you're all about this hatred at the end of the day. I got bigger plans than that. It's not all about screen paint. It's about helping other people out at the end of the day. That's what it comes down to. The more money my company generates, the more money I can go and help other people out. If I was a scammer at the end of the day, I wouldn't be doing this at all, period. I would never be able to put my product on where it's at now, because I would be exposed. How would I be able to display a technology that's so dark that you can't even see it, that they claim is basically house paint? How would I be able to put it anywhere? People would see me for who I am. Yeah, my product works 100%. It does exactly what it's designed to do. And when I continue to grow and the Lord continues to bless my hand to give me the things that I need in life, I will take my blessings and I will do what the Lord needs me to do. Preach the word of God, which I want to do 100%, and help other people out in the process. And that's what I'm planning to do with it. I couldn't care less about fancy cars and all that stuff. I don't need it. I'm good. Give me a nice house. Me and my cat can chill, and a lot of technology. I love technology. I love VR and computers and all that crazy stuff. So I love that stuff, you know, and I'm good. Let's see what we got going on here. And it's about time to eat pretty soon, people. So we got the poster boards done. I'm going to do 3 of them along this way. We got to turn this one the other way. So at least we get a much bigger screen than the screen size we have here right now. And I pray I grab the right Fire Stick. But sometimes we don't. So it's about helping. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm gonna spend a lot of my times in the soup kitchens, and I hate that word soup kitchen. Why has it gotta be soup? Why can't it be something different? We'll change that. We'll definitely change that. We're a little crooked, but we'll get that straightened out. Uh-oh. I got a bad feeling. Oh, it is the right Fire Stick. I was about to say I was going to have to take a lift back home. Good thing this place is only like 6 minutes away from me, and take a lift back home. All right, and grab the other Fire Stick, which that has happened to before. Okay. And we got speakers running, right? So this would be great for the kids. Keep them out of trouble. When I was going to Shortridge Middle School in Newark, Delaware, they used to have, after school, you could go to the auditorium and you could watch Bruce Lee movies. They have kung fu movies in there, and get popcorn for $1. It was $1. Never forget that. As long as I live. Kept me out of a lot of trouble. Where are we at with this? Oh, is it this one? Or this source right here? Oh, source is here. Okay, hold on.
Auxiliary.
There we go. Yay! So once those screens dry upstairs, we're going to take them and we're going to turn them this way. And that way I can put them across and we'll have a much bigger screen size. It's interesting, when I first found out about this place, it wasn't about charity. I didn't even know what they did. I knew one thing they did. I knew they helped African-American companies get off the ground. And this area right here, it's all lit up, they had these booths out here and they had people show off their products. And they have a lot of connections with investors, and they come through and they help people get off the ground, get grants and stuff like that, you know. And that's what it started off to be. But me and the CEO had this conversation, and she was talking about how she wanted to put in this African-American historical museum upstairs. And I said, well, we could do ultra short throw projectors, paint these our picture frames and set them up, and it'll look fantastic. So I did a couple of demonstrations. They liked it. Sorry about that. And then that project got put on hold because, like I said, the tech had to go to DR for family. But as I was here, we did a screen downstairs, and one of the kids came in and he sat down, had some popcorn. We watched Hotel Transylvania, and that's when it popped in my head. I said, you know what? We got to put a movie theater in for the kids. And they were like, how much would it cost? I was like, it's gonna cost you nothing. I'm doing it for free. So we're doing this one up here, and then we're doing another one downstairs for the kids for their classroom. Which I got to order that ultra short throw stand for that too also. Yeah. And then with the Fire Stick, you know, we can do some movies on here. Or I can just set my Netflix account up on here too. Because I got like 8 or 9, I got 4 or 5 people on my Netflix account. I know Netflix is supposed to be starting that thing where you couldn't do and share. For some reason, I'm still sharing. I got 4 or 5 people on my account. But I'm going to set them up with my Netflix account so they can watch movies. All right, so I'm going to let this play. Let me see. Yeah, I'll leave this on. Make sure we got nothing hot coming out, hitting any phone. Just my phone. I'm taking this with me. It's over here. All right, people, got a chance to see me do a walkthrough from upstairs to downstairs. And also, too, the upstairs area, I'm going to paint in a portable screen. I want to do a portable screen because we're going to do a floor projection over here for the kids. So this is a great place because I don't have the room. I'm in an apartment right now, so I got all this room to play in if I need it. See, God is good. God always makes sure he blesses, always takes care of. All right, people, got to go. And of course, we thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with amazing technology and always amazing possibilities. Got to go. Thank you all, and God bless.